Hello there, Internet. Mogwai here, and I got another video for you guys today. Today we're intending to reach Mythic Rank as we are but 3 orange thingies. I'm gonna call them bars. Orange bars away from reaching, like I said, Mythic Rank. We are in Diamond Tier 1. I've climbed all the way up to this point and started recording from this point onwards as we're hopefully just 3 games away if we get a nice win streak going on. And we're going to be using this deck right here. It's a best of 1 Esper control deck that I have optimized for the best of 1 ranked metagame, right? It's very different. Like in regards to like environment of like decks that you're facing, best of 1 and best of 3 are very different. I know I kind of badmouth best of 1 as a format in not only Magic the Gathering Arena, but Magic the Gathering as a whole, because I'm not the biggest fan of it. Personally, I prefer playing best of 3, but I also can't deny the fact that the vast majority of people who play MTG Arena play best of 1. The majority of you who are watching me play best of 1 mainly, and rarely even play best of 3. Mostly because of time constraints. Like, some people say it's because, you know, the sideboard is very intimidating towards newer players, and that's also true. But I'm a firm believer that it's all about time, and the fact that it's about commitment, right? Like, if you want to play a best of 3 game in MTG Arena, you have to commit to, at the very least, 2 games. Potentially 3. And you can't leave at any point, because otherwise, even if you did win 1 game and you got to go after that, you don't get any rank. You actually lose rank, right? And you lose 2 ranks. So for people who are playing in between like a coffee break, or just want to have a quick game before they're off to doing something else, or are just not aware of how much time they're actually going to spend in MTG Arena and don't want to commit to, like I said, a best of 3 match, best of 1 is the way to go. And I do really think that the vast majority of people play best of 1. So I want to feature more best of 1 content in my channel, and I want to help people who are trying to climb through best of 1 in ranked as well, as I'll show my way of reaching Mythic Rank with, like I said, this bad boy right here. It's an Esper control deck. It's nothing original. I wish it was some sort of like jank deck, but I'm not the most experienced in best of 1, so I kind of took my time and climbed through Diamond Tier 2 up to Diamond Tier 1 before recording this video, and I ultimately decided to, you know, make said run with this deck, right? It's an Esper control deck that is more geared towards best of 1, because I'm mainly going to be facing a lot of aggro decks. I'm going to be facing a lot of mono red aggro, and a lot of mono white weenies, and some mono blue tempo, though I think mono blue tempo is way more prevalent than best of 3 personally. Mono red and mono white are very common, and this is a specific variant of Esper control made to deal with them. While also I tried to adapt this deck to be able to handle the mirror match effectively, though I think the mirror match really just comes down to who gets to keep the Escanta and or Teferi, or both. Like, it's really all about that. So key draws like Mortify, Chemist's Insight, obviously the Thought Erasures, and counter spells such as Absorb and Negate are very key. Like, generally speaking, from my experience in best of 1, not talking about best of 3, but in best of 1, Esper control mirrors come down to draws. Like, it really just comes down to whether you draw too much removal. Like, if you draw your Cry of the Carnariums, your Kaya's Wrath, your cast downs, and you draw too many of them while your opponent's drawing card draw and or their planeswalkers, whoever is able to get the Escanta flipping and get it to Teferi secured is going to win that matchup. So there's not much you can do in regards to like optimizing the list too much without sacrificing the aggro matchups in the process, right? So having that said, I do have 2 copies of Kaya, because Kaya is not only good against the aggro decks, but she's also pretty damn good in the control mirrors, as she can target the opposing graveyard and delay the Escanta from flipping, amongst other things. And she also gives you a inevitability. There we go. English. I have a hard time pronouncing that word. She gives you a win condition, a very slow one at that, but like a mini Teferi, to say something, you know, and helps out in that regard. And her -1 is pretty efficient against mono red and mono white, and also very good against mono blue tempo as well. We have 2 Basilica Bellhaunts main, as you can tell, because we need that tool against aggro decks, and this card tends to be in the sideboard for best of 3 Esper build, but in this, you know, best of 1 environment, I opted to go with 2 Basilica main decks. And as you can see, the rest of the deck is pretty standard in that regard. I do have a 1-off of Eldritch Reborn, because I do keep in mind the mirror match, and I think this card can really go a long way in that if they're not main decking it themselves, it can really be the deal breaker, potentially. And that is the deck list right there. You see I'm only running 2 Mortifies because I think Mortify is less important in Best of 1 because Nexus is banned, so there's no Wilderness Reclamation to be seen unless you run into a very uncommon Timur Reclamation, which tends to be a thing in Best of 3 instead. So I think 2 Mortifies is all you need for this environment, basically. And without further ado, let's top with the rambling 5 minutes. I thought I had evolved, man. I thought I had progressed. I thought I was concise and brief with my intros, but I think I'm falling back to my old ways of just rambling. But I think everything I said was important to be said, right? So I'm gonna forgive myself for that one, and we're gonna go ahead and face off against Obold, our first opponent. Hopefully our first victim. As I'm going to keep this hand. We can lead off with the Isolated Chapel and then Island into Drowned Catacomb. That enables the Absorb. We do need one more white source of mana for the likes of Kaya's Wrath and Basilica. But we have a turn 2 Thought Erasure and a turn 3 Kaya, and that is good enough for me. It depends on what we're facing, though, obviously. With this sort of hand, I would rather go against a control deck, actually. And, you know, I just jinxed myself, I feel. I pretty much jinxed myself here. I mean, this is not the worst. Kaya can answer the Fanatical Firebrand. We have the Absorb there. Obviously, Absorb is much more powerful when going first. But against a mono-red aggro deck, it is definitely the kind of card we want to see. That is not what we want to see turn 2 when we have no cast down, no Moment of Craving in our hand, though. That is caca. That is bad. We're going to Thought Erasure. Here's the only thing that we can do. So at least we weaken his next play. And we are going to... What are we going to do? So here's the thing. If I take the Goblin Chain Whirler, he can Pyromancer, so he can Fanatical Firebrand, and he puts his Steamkin out of Cry the Carnarium range anyway. So I'm actually inclined to take out the Pyromancer. Because if I do draw into Kaya's Wrath, this play slows him down. That cast down is pretty nice too. I'm gonna keep it there. Unfortunately, we only have one... Okay, he's just going in, though. Damn, it makes me kind of wish I... Makes me wish I had a Cry the Carnarium here. Though he could have a Lightning Strike, which is why he made that play. That's probably why he did it. Or a Shock. We're going to take the hit. And we're going to counter this. And now I want to Vroth's Contempt at this. I think he should. I mean, no, it's easy for me to say that he should have used Steamkin there to play that, but I could have a Kaya's Wrath in my hand, so it was a good call for my opponent to not do it that way. Actually, what we're gonna do now is we are going to combine Kaya Orzhov Usurper. I just realized I don't have a... Oh, my God. Oh, we just derped there. I saw that. I'm like, oh, good, another source of white mana, and I forgot that I don't have a land to check it. We fucked up. We fucked up big time. That's a lot of momentum we're losing there. That is a lot of momentum we're losing.
Crueler the opponent, the sweeter the victory. Dear you, now it's dearly departed.
Well, we derped. Like, not being able to play Kaya earlier means we took an extra damage there. And it could mean we're potentially dead.
thought.
And the fact that we're getting flooded doesn't help either. Oh my god.
We need to move quickly.
Oh boy. That's Magic the Gathering for you, folks.
Feel the pain of every outcast thing.
We have to try to bluff the fact that we have counter spells and try to have Kaya, you know. Oh my fucking god.
Keep up the pace.
I cannot believe my eyes right now. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. Please attack my Teferi. Okay.
Hurry.
Yikes. I have no words. You know, it's just this wonderful game known as Magic the Gathering that we play. So sometimes, you know, these things happen. As I start recording my video. That's fantastic. All right, so now we have to win 4 in a row. That's lovely. That is just next level lovely. How many? Can somebody like in the comment section down below tell me how many lands that was in a row? Because I kind of like don't recall. I'm still recuperating from it. I don't want to take the extra damage. Look at that. Well, at least we have Akaya's Wrath here. But we actually, you know, we need to like actually draw into lands, because apparently this game is all about either we draw into lands or we just don't draw into them at all. You know, that's just how it is. That's just how it be. Alright, I would like to see a land, please. Not that kind of land, though. Alright, I guess we just gotta be more patient. At least we have the absorb enabled. Thank you. Oh my god, that felt good. Oh. Oh, baby. That was pretty great. Yeah, now it happens to my opponent. Magic the Gathering, ladies and gentlemen. Who can draw less lands to win the game? All right, we're back where we started. Let's try to get that streak going. Let's act like this is the beginning of the video. What is up, internet? Mogwai here, and I got a brand new video for you guys today. I'm going to be playing some Esper Control, and I totally did not fucking lose before. Because I'm the best around. Nobody to keep me down. I don't know the lyrics. Why? Why do you do this to me? Why do you give me these triple check land hands? I'm gonna keep. Because I'm a masochist. We're gonna lead out with the Drowned Catacomb because the odds are, no matter what shock land we draw into, we can Thought Erasure. Dude, I think I'm taking the hit. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. There you are. I should have taken a hit. All right. I mean, that's a good Kaya's Wrath. Though, to be honest, it can always be better. And I'd rather set up the Ascanta instead. I'm going to go for this. Yeah. Because I'd rather him play that Goblin Chain Whirler and then just me get a full board wipe on him. Now I'll take the hit. That's a good draw from though. All right, so we're down to 10. I'm going to cast down here. Next turn, I'll be able to flip the Ascanta. I can go for the Chemist's Insight this turn. Discard the Hallowed Fountain. I can't do anything about that Experimental Frenzy right there. I can always Chemist's Insight this. I mean, this Ascanta helps me, like, search every turn, like the second Ascanta. But the problem is, this is really getting out of hand. Okay, so I need the Absorb. How much lands do I have? I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which means I can Absorb and I can search with this. And I think that's just better. I can't Absorb this and this. I have 9 mana, which means I should just keep the Ascanta there. I gotta let that go through. It's a battle of, like, I have to deal with this. And then if he goes for the risk factor, do I absorb it? Because I want to deal with this anyways, right? Yep, perfect.
Trust, you know what? I'm not done yet.
Alright, he wants to attack the fairy.
Well, that didn't pan out.
Just hope that he can survive this turn.
I won't let you win.
Alright, he does. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff, the fairy.
No time for a break.
Yeah. Yeah! Alright, let's do this. Boom. I don't know, this bad habit that the auto tap has, like, I don't want so many whites. I want more blues.
I like a good fight. Notice I didn't say fair.
Let's deal with the 1-drop.
You can rest in peace. Just do it.
And now we have our opponent on lockdown here. Bam, ba-da-da-da-da. Whatever you play, I will absorb. And then I go off, bitch. There we go. Undefeated. Kappa. All right. We're 2 away. 24 minutes. Okay. We're 2 away from getting that nice mythic rank. So let's not fuck it up, shall we? We got that huge ass diamond to represent. Oh boy. I'm gonna keep. Though this is definitely the kind of hand that I would like to have against an aggro deck. Why do I always jinx myself? Please don't thought erasure me. God. Down goes my only like relevant card in this matchup. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad, okay? Well, that's also bad for him. I could play Basilica Bellhaunt, but why play into an obvious absorb when I can just Chemist Insight and then his turn? He definitely has absorb. Definitely has got an absorb. Right, I'm gonna play into it. We're gonna keep on going for the chemists here. And we're going to discard this time around the Kaya's Wrath. So obvious you have a counter, bruh. It's so damn obvious. We're gonna go for the Thought Erasure. Now we're gonna go for the Basilica Bellhaunt here. We'll trade this with a counter, and then we'll Thought Erasure to get a look at his hand. And see what we're dealing with. Okay, so quadruple math. So many absorbs. So little time. I think we're just better off like dealing with them. With the counters. We're gonna do it like this Because he has the Mortify anyways. I mean, we have the Eldest Reborn, and we have the Vraska's Contempt. We need to answer the first Teferi with a Vraska.
I'm known for my excellent timing. This is hardly my worst defeat. Let's skip to the good part.
And the second Teferi, hopefully we can answer with a Eldest Reborn. If the next card he draws, if he doesn't have a counter spell here, basically. Or if I draw into a Thought Erasure. Okay, so I need one of these two cards to not be a counter spell. Okay, so this is 5. This leaves me open with, yeah, we gotta go with this. Beautiful. Now we go for the Chemisters. That's fine. As he has a Vraska's anyways. Beautiful.
Right on schedule. Hurry! Again.
Okay.
Oh, I like a good fight. Welcome here.
This isn't a fight in reverse.
Alright. Bit of a premature forfeit by him right there, but I'll take it. I'll take it. See, that matchup is all about who can keep the Teferi or the Escanta. And the Eldest Reborn put in the work there. That's why I have it as a one-off. Because in this matchup, it can legit win you the game. So I think I played that correctly. I was thinking about taking the Kayas with the Eldest Reborn and then and play my own Teferi. But I'd rather have a Teferi backup in case he's ruined to an answer. Alright. 1 win away, boys. 1 win away. I'm going to keep this in because I'm going first and I have a Search for Escanta on play. I'm going to lead off with the Godless Shrine, though, because I have a Cry of the Carnarium. And if I can enable that without taking any damage, that would be nice. In case we're facing an aggressive deck, which it seems we are. Right, I need to take the damage here because I need to set up the Escanta. Because I need to draw. I need to draw really well here. Alright, there's our Cry of the Carnarium. It's a little bit too early for it, for my taste. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to play Kaya Orzhov Usurper. We're going to get rid of the Sky Marcher Aspirant. Because that way she still has 2 life.
I can get rid of everything, living or sometimes burying them. Just
Which means that his current board can't deal with her unless he has like a Benelish Marshal on curve. Which he doesn't. I think I have to cry here. That way I get to preserve Kaya. And I can use her potentially to eliminate this next turn. Yeah, this is the best play.
Bye-bye.
So I can use Kaya to exile this, and then I can Eldest Reborn. And Eldest Reborn is not a bad play here. So you can proceed then to keep the Spirant and then trade off with my Kaya, but I'm fine with that.
I hate it when the dead people stay dead.
Because Eldest Reborn tends to be a poor play in this sort of matchup anyways, and getting it early on is actually really good because I can discard a card with it as well. So I get a lot of value to this Eldest Reborn, and
I'm gone for now.
I can also get back Kaya if I want to. And I'm going to keep that there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is just absolutely perfect. And he's having a tough discard, which means he has two pretty reliable hands here. This Basilica will come in at the right fucking moment and is just going to nullify anything he wants to do. Well, not really. He can still draw more cards, right? But it's so powerful. Basically, Ghost guy or woman or thing, very good now. 10 out of 10 narration, I know. Basilica, you're gonna ride me to Mythic. That could be, can that be taken out of context? I don't even know anymore, man. I just won that rank. I want to get to Mythic so I can just play jank all day, every day. All right, don't worry, man. You're it was all for nothing. You're gonna lose both of them, Brett. What he was thinking about? You had two marshals. What the fuck? Basilica. Two Mythic Rank boys. We're part of the cool kids again. There we go. Start off with a loss, you know, with a bit of a mana flood right there. But we got a bird, and we got into Mythic Rank as well, as we are in the 97%. And that'll conclude the video. 36 minutes, not that bad. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. This is, like I said, a pretty standard deck, but I like it a lot for best of one. And that's pretty, like, honestly, if you just want to climb quickly to Mythic Rank, from Mythic Rank onwards, I would stick to best of three, because consistency is obviously like much more, at least for me, in best of three it is much more of a thing. But best of one leads to quick games, and this may be a control deck, but you get a lot of early concedes, especially if you shut down aggro decks, and I really like this variant of Esper control for best of one. And as you can see, it worked out just fine for me. Had a very, very nice win rate with it, honestly. I'd say around 70%, 60%, between that. Make up numbers. Thank you guys for watching. Have a whole day. Stay tuned for daily MTG content. Leave a like for Mythic Rank. I don't know. People care about that, I guess. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with more.